Welcome to my channel. I go by Be the Alchemist. And on today's topic, we're going to talk about healing. We hear healing being thrown around on social media, on the internet. You hear so many spiritual gurus, teachers, spiritual thought thinkers, spiritual enthusiasts, spiritual students, content creators, and all the such talk about the subject of healing. Healing is imperative for the soul's journey. As a soul, you will come to learn and realize that you must heal all your inner parts of yourself so that your outer world can reflect your inner world. You will come to learn that the reason why it is challenge for you, or very little to impossible for you to manifest the life that you would love to have. And I say the life that you love to have because love is the most powerful, strongest energy, frequency, vibration of all creation and the universe. Love is simply the epitome of this God being, this God power, this God vibration, energy, the creator, source of all the universe. And so, being that we come from, our souls originate from source, we shall in this physical reality reflect back and resemble that same energetic frequency back to source, and that is love. Not only that, divine source creator also is all intelligent and all knowing. So we should also reflect back that same energy to source creator. So we come to realize on our soul's journey that we struggle with these things, these two very things, love and knowledge. And so when we know that these two descriptives that describe divine source, upon our awakening to our divine selves, we must begin to evolve and grow in these two very areas, in our knowledge, one, and in love. So once we begin our healing journey, we will learn that we will find it very difficult or challenging at some point on our journey. We will learn and find out that there's something that we don't know, and there is something about this thing, this idea of love, that we struggle with. Everything begins with the self, okay? So our ancient ancestors encouraged us to know thyself. You must study yourself and learn yourself inside and out. You must know yourself on every level imaginable that there is. You must know yourself biologically, in your human avatar, in your body. Get to know your temple inside and out as much as possible. Get to know who you are as an energy, your soul, what describes you as not just a person, but internally. Like what makes you you? What makes you uniquely you? Only you will know that. And let's see. When you investigate these things and get to know these things about yourself, you will begin your initiation into becoming the alchemist of your life. You will observe and see what works, what doesn't work. Um, you will reflect back on your earliest stages of your development, because a lot of our healing is traced back to our early development in our childhood. So who we are as adults can be very telling of what occurred in our childhood. So childhood traumas, adolescent trauma, or even early adulthood trauma, whatever you experienced, you must address. First, you must identify what it is. You have to get with yourself, sit with yourself, so that you and your spiritual support team, right, your spirit guides, those that help and guide you on your path, right, they've been with you ever since the beginning of your incarnation here in this life, right? Your ancestral family, those that have ascended, right? Those angels, right? Your angelic team. These are the ones that you sit with and you get with, and you have a life business meeting, right? You have a board meeting. I like to say, you get with yourself, right? Everyone shows up, right? Everyone's there. You, your ego, your soul, your higher self, and all those entities I just named, right? And divine source is there to facilitate the entire thing. So you have to take your life into your own hands. You know, I mean, nothing's gonna come fall out of the sky for you. This is your life. This is your journey, and you have to take responsibility and be accountable for your life and your soul's growth, because as it's been commonly known and said, that earth is like that of a school for souls to get trained and to learn lessons and evolve and ascend and graduate, just like in 3D physical school, right? You have the bad students, you have the focused students, right? You have those that are distractive and disruptive, of those that came to learn and are about business. Same thing in life. If you really sit back and observe life, you can see very common similarities in things that are just in our everyday worldly experience. So that is very helpful in obtaining knowledge and knowing, you know, how to break things down and simplify them down so that even a child can grasp the information and understand. So, yes, so in the subject of healing, as we continue, you have to dig deep inside, because your soul is within you in your human avatar. So you have to close yourself out from the world, remove the distractions, shut out the distractions. You know, if you are serious about your life and serious about God's business for your life, divine's business for your life, the healing has to be the first and foremost thing that needs to be done. If you are very dissatisfied and unhappy with your environment, your current environment, and your manifestations are coming up short or moving slow, to get your manifestations in motion, you have to have a healthy set of emotions. Emotions is energy. All things is energy. You're an energy, right? Divine is an energy. The most highest energy of all. And then you have those that are of a lesser, lower frequency vibrational energy, right? We know those to be demonic energies, devilish energies, right? So you come to realize that something needs to change, and it first starts with you. So if you have not yet endured the process of going through an ego death, right? AKA the dark night of the soul, where the soul journeys through the dark alchemical process of looking at those dark places within yourself and looking at, you know, those hard to look at aspects of yourself, your insecurities, your fears, the guilt, the shame, the pain, emotional, the mental anguish and agony and stress, you know, how you perceive yourself, how you perceive those around you, how you perceive the world, how you show up in the world, how you show up in your relationships, your connections, your network, right? So it is very, very, very imperative and vital that this healing process begins, because it's the only way to get to your rightful destination, which is your divine destiny. And if you find that, you know, life has been challenging or troublesome or rough, you know, a lot of the reason why is because, you know, something needs to shift, something needs to change, and that first and foremost begins with you. You hear a lot in the spiritual community about this healing process called shadow work. Shadow work is taking a look at those dark energies within yourself, calling them out, identifying them, looking at them for what they are. And it's something that can simply be done. It's not this long, drawn out, you know, extravagant process. It could be something so simple. You know? There's so many examples of shadow work on the World Wide Web that can be very helpful. Me personally, I like to do journaling. I like to journal. I also like affirmations. Um, there's so many different methods, but they all kind of work pretty much the same. It's to transmute low vibrational energy within you and replace it with something of high vibration. Um, yeah, so back to our inner world. Okay, so your outer external environment, if it's chaotic, right, it's full of drama, right, it's stressful, right, it's because of your internal environment. So instead of trying to change your external environment, you have to first go within. When you go within and sit with yourself and sit with those most unattractive, uncomfortable, right, parts of yourself, and acknowledge them for what they are, right? And ask your spiritual support team to release them, to transmute them, right? Um, your outer world will begin also to shift for your highest good. And you will see your life begin to change for the better. And I'm gonna describe. Okay, so I just lost my thought. Okay, I guess we're going to end it there on this episode. So, please share and like this video, and also drop a comment down below sharing your experience of doing shadow work. How was it personally for you on your healing journey? And what other suggestions you might have for me to discuss on this channel. Thank you. I wish you the absolute best on your healing journey, and also on your journey in life. May you become the most healed, highest version of yourself.